The house that anger built. Why rage feels like power. A Pizzaverse psychological documentary. Written by Bambi Palermo. Fire in the walls. Anger don't start as fire. It starts as a spark. One moment of pain, humiliation, betrayal, then boom. You build a whole house out of fury just so you don't freeze. We tell ourselves anger's power, but truth is its protection. We use it to feel strong when we really feel small. Every outburst's a confession. I'm scared, but I ain't gonna show it. The roots of rage. You ain't born angry. You learn anger as a language, as a weapon, as a shield. Kids who grow up in chaos don't get taught how to process pain. They get taught how to fight it. When love's unpredictable, when hurt's guaranteed, anger becomes the one emotion that feels safe. You can't be hurt when you're the one throwing the punches. Under every temper, their psychologists say chronic anger's really displaced fear. Your body feels threatened. Your brain just rebrands it as rage, so you feel in control. The biology of fire. When you get angry, your amygdala, the fear center, hijacks your brain. Adrenaline spikes, heart races, muscles tense, logic takes a backseat. Anger's intoxicating, 'cause it gives a high. That surge of power feels better than pain. When you're angry, you don't feel weak, you feel invincible. The problem? Your body ain't built to stay that lit up forever. Chronic anger leads to heart disease, insomnia, immune breakdown. Your body turns into a battlefield, even when the war's over. The mask of power. Anger's the ego's favorite disguise. It makes you feel in charge, even when you're lost. People use rage like makeup, covering shame, guilt, or grief they don't want to show. Power without peace ain't power, it's panic with better PR. Behind every tough guy's glares a story of someone who got hurt and never learned how to heal, so they hurt others first. The cycle of damage. Anger spreads like a family heirloom. Your old man yelled, so now you yell. You promise you'll never be like him, and then one day you hear your own voice, and it sounds just like his. That's how trauma passes hands, not through genetics, but through behavior. We inherit pain disguised as personality. You think you're defending yourself, but you're building the same walls that kept you lonely. Anger don't protect, it isolates. The psychology of control. Anger gives the illusion of control. It makes the world simple. Good guys, bad guys, you against them. But reality ain't that black and white. The more you use anger to control others, the more it ends up controlling you. The same chemicals that make you feel powerful rewire your brain to need confrontation, just to feel alive. If peace feels boring, you've been angry too long. The cost of burnout. Chronic anger don't just destroy relationships, it eats identity. You forget what calm feels like. You forget who you were before the noise. And when there's nobody left to fight, you turn the rage inward. That's when depression creeps in, disguised as exhaustion. Your body's tired of carrying a lifetime of fire. Anger's a poor landlord. It burns down every house it builds. Learning to cool the fire. Healing don't mean never getting angry. It means learning to understand it. Anger's just a messenger. It tells you what's wrong. But you gotta learn to listen without letting it drive. Therapists call it emotional regulation, the art of letting the flame warm ya, not consume ya. You can't kill the fire, but you can learn to cook with it. That's when anger becomes fuel instead of poison. Bambi's word to the wise. Anger's easy. It's the language of pain that forgot how to speak soft. But real power? That's calm. The kind that don't need to shout to be heard. You build a house out of anger, but peace is the key that gets you out. You ain't weak for walking away from a fight. You're strong for choosing not to start one. This was the house that anger built. Why Rage Feels Like Power, a Pizzaverse psychological documentary by Bambi Palermo. If you felt this one in your gut, maybe it's time to stop carrying the torch and start letting it go. Next up, The Wounded Mirror, the psychology of shame and self-hatred. Cause behind every outburst, every mask, every monster, there's always a wound that just wanted to be seen.